out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to take over now for the second time. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. That's complete. Left side to Worthy.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss. And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for their 2nd possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. 2nd down and 8. On the option, they give it to Henry. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Henry. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a 4th down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. And he's going to have the Ravens 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. He's been elusive in this 1st half. Look at those rushing numbers for him. Defense definitely going to have to find a way to keep him in check. A 1st down throw for Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And flags come out. That's batted down. It's incomplete. But it looked like early contact. Let's check the call. So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. Henry tries to bull his way in. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. So we'll get a 2nd. From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Off he is in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. He'll grab it at the 12. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're staring at a two-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
First down throw, Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Mahomes now in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He's gonna keep it himself. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down. That escape ability on display. As you can see, the rushing total now over 100 yards from the quarterback position. On 1st and 10, Jackson. There he goes again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
On play action, here's Jackson. He'll run again. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's 2nd and 9. Now, Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass. And they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. Third and long. He'll go again here with Henry. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And this is not going to get it done. Not even close to picking up the first down, and they will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse. And I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions. And after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's taken in by the running back, Piron.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here's Matt Ariza now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Ravens offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Jackson.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's 3rd and 2. Play action now. Jackson. He'll try to run for it. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our and hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the 3rd quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And that is going nowhere fast. Disastrous play, a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They're going to go right back to Henry. Derrick Henry. Still on the move. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2. There's a give. Heading right, it's Henry. And he will finally be brought down. That was something a little more than a mix-up, I would say. That was an outright catastrophe. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the 3rd. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
Yellow.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. A short one caught by Kelsey. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
This offensive line.
That's the end of the live piece.